I'm Kori Nicole with Where's the Best TV, and I'm very excited to meet y'all today. How's everyone doing?
We're good. I want
Hey,
to come
Corey.
be with, I want to be with you. Where are you? This looks
Oh, I'm actually in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta. The sun is
Oh,
setting.
nice.
Yes, I live in Midtown, so I have a pretty nice view of the city. Um, but no, I'm so excited for, of course, the series to officially debut on January 30th, and I'm just so excited. I was saying to the other group, I love suspense series. I love figuring out clues. I love all of that. So I'm just really excited to see what you all have to to say today about it. And I do want to start with Warren. So Warren, what was your favorite part about filming this series? And what was the most challenging?
Oh, my favorite part about it, probably, as the scripts come out and you see the twists and the turns that are coming and all that different stuff, was amazing. And then, honestly, a lot of people say this, but don't mean it, but it's the cast was incredible. We have such a wide range of ages. I mean, really, some days I'm on set and I get to work with Henry, who's this incredible young, child actor, and then there's Kelly Bishop, who's just a legend, and everybody else in between was so great. So we're all on board with what we were trying to do and what we were trying to create, and so you have that creative juices flowing within this incredible set that was created, which is the Greyborn, and the attention to detail was absolutely just stunning, really, because it's a character unto itself, and how if the audience doesn't believe that world in the Greyborn, then we kind of lose them a bit. And I thought that was really special. And the challenges are like any challenges. You want to make sure you're doing justice to what Matthew is at the end of the day, which is a grieving single father. You want to make sure that we're telling that story properly, and that was really important to me. And then after that, you just get to play it because it is a suspenseful thriller with twists and turns and everything else in between. So, yeah, there wasn't too many bad days. I can say that.
No, it looked like you all had a lot of fun. And speaking to you guys, it always seems like you all have connections. That's always great, of course, when filming a series. And Emily, my next question is for you. So what do you want fans to take away from the series? Like what makes this different from any other suspense, series or, clue series, stuff like that?
I think, I was very, I'm drawn in by suspenseful series too, same as you. And it's like, especially when they roll out once a week, because like then I spend the entire week like chewing my nails on Reddit trying to figure out like, oh my God, like who's in the box. Like White Lotus like drove me insane because like I could not like gobble up those episodes fast enough. And it's I think what's interesting about this show is that it's got a really empowered, really activated female character at the center of it, who's young, who's gonna make mistakes, who's relatable, who feels human. She's everything she does is for a reason, even if it's a bad reason. And I hope that people come away from it knowing that like we've have something to say about the class struggle in America, that we have something to say about the how people cope with grief, that there's that I love all the scenes with Elena and all of her like young friends, the other nannies, the other like people that live in the building. It's apartment buildings in New York fascinate me so much because it's like here are the haves, right? Here are the like really rich people, but they're living right on top of each other. You can't, everyone's in your business. You see people in the elevator, like you can't really get any privacy. And that's fascinating to me as like an ecosystem, because there is, a little like a balance in the building. And then Elena comes in and like puts her thumb on the scale and everything changes. So, I think there's love stories, there's deception, there's class struggle, there's great clothes. I mean, the greatest wardrobe. And, and the wardrobe's really intentional. It's not just like a great wardrobe for the sake of like, it's not just a fashion show. It's like, it's part of the character, it's like, it says something about each of them, like what they're wearing is communicating like something about them to the audience and to the world. And I just love getting to, sort of pay attention to all those details. And I hope people find those exciting. And I hope they recognize how intentional and how carefully constructed the whole thing is.
Yeah, no, I definitely love the aspect of you touching on, that balance of like the haves and the haves nots, because I definitely think that play out even in like the first episode. And even, you know, the difference, of course, like, you know, Marielle, she's playing, you know, one of the lead characters. She enters this world that she's completely like not used to. And she's like, okay, she's introduced to things and like suspense and like challenges. So I think that's like so interesting a part of this that you were like mentioning. And even with like, you know, Amy, how did you prepare for your role for the series?
Oh gosh, I think, you know, kind of along the lines of what you're saying with the haves and the have-nots, getting to be one of the haves, getting to be someone who was like so born into this world. And it was fun because there were so many details that really helped create the character, and it felt like such a collaboration between wardrobe, and then you're trying on these clothes that I wouldn't be able to afford in my real life. And it's like, you stand different, you sit differently. And then you go onto a set and you see this gorgeous velvet couch, or you've got like 4 couches in your living room, and you're like, okay, I could live here, but that's a different person. And so it was such a, there were so many building blocks and so many people who did their job so well that it helped create these characters and make them so specific and feel so lived in.
No, I do agree. I think that's fun to be able to try on everything though, right? That you might have always wanted to be able to experience that. So did you take anything from your background, you know, and add it to like the role, even though if you know, had the similar experiences or not? Was there anything in particular that you were like, okay, I'm drawing from this inspiration particularly?
You know, I think for this character in particular, it was more there. I have very little in common in my real life with Tori, but I do understand that sense of wanting to protect your family. And I think ultimately that's the thing at her core that makes her human, is that she, you know, she doesn't always do it in the nicest way, but I think she does mean well. And she wants, at least she's willing to fight for the people that she loves.